On this episode of Classroom Connection, we visit Hutchins Elementary to peek in on a couple of first grade classrooms who have been creating PowerPoint presentations to enhance learning experiences. Mrs. Olinda Luna and Mrs. Gloria Word have been using PowerPoint with their students since last year. The students create presentations to reinforce current science topics. Now, in the second year of this project, the teachers have found that it is easier to conduct these projects in the computer lab and can see the positive impact these experiences have had on former and current students.
It gives them that power of, I can use the computer for other things. These research-based programs that we have, they're great, but when you give a student the power of creating their own, it gives them that ownership, and just, wow, that's mine. So you really see it in their faces, and they're proud, really proud of their work.
I don't just want it to be hands-on, but it's also technology. I just want to involve technology, and it goes beyond what we could just teach them in the classroom. Because if they start doing it themselves, they start plugging in, it just seems like they understand it better. Because, they're all into technology, so it just takes it one step more. I keep in mind the TEAGs, what they need to know, and then what is it that they're going to get from it. I just don't want it to be a PowerPoint presentation without any meaning. Whatever is going into it, it's like, okay, we're going to look at words, but we're going to look at words that has a vision. They can find pictures, so they could see it, especially since I'm a bilingual teacher. A lot of these students don't have the vocabulary. And to me, if you put the word with a picture, it just makes more meaning to them. And that's really what I want to get out of these lessons, the meaning, that they could see it, because a lot of them are not exposed to a lot of these words. Before we even get into the lab, I talk about it in the classroom. I explain to them what we're going to do, how this lesson is going to go from here in the classroom to the lab. And then once we get into the lab, I have the InFocus machine and I have the computer, so as I am doing it step by step, they're watching me and they're going step by step. Plus their friends are helping each other. Like if they already got it, the other person helps each other. Then they have their cards, or sometimes I'll put them inside their science notebooks, so they'll take that with them. So everything is step by step there. They look at the words, they know how to spell it, because everything is in front of them. It's not just going in there and we're going to do it. No, it has, you have to plan it first, work it in the classroom, show them beforehand, and then go and do it. The final step is them seeing their own, presentation, their PowerPoint presentation. And they love it. They love to see their own work and their own pictures, and and not everybody has the same pictures. Sometimes, depending on the lessons, there's different pictures for, different words. So they get to see different, so the vocabulary, they get to see different pictures with the same vocabulary word, which is great.
It gives me another avenue of them of presenting a lesson, and for them to learn about it, other than a video or writing down or actually a hands-on. It's something else hands-on actually that they can create. They're working at it, and the vocabulary, it gives them that vocabulary, especially for the bilingual students. It opens that door.
Yes. Like we were talking about soil, so a lot of them, they think it's just dirt, and then once they saw it, they saw soil, and then they saw the the elements that go into it, the bugs and things like that. That to them was, it was just, they were just amazed, because they see it but they really don't really understand it. Or you say, like we talked about twigs, they've never seen the word twigs. They think it's just, there's another word to it. It's twigs, and this is what it means. And when they saw it, they were like, oh, wait a minute, but those are sticks, which was pretty neat, because they saw another way, and they saw the picture, and they finally made a connection.
Look at that. I see this. Do you see it?
To take pictures, and I get to type. Sometimes when I just get home, she says, what did you do today on the computers? And sometimes I say, a presentation. I feel happy.
Why?
Because I've done one before.
Uh-huh.
And now I like it.
Would you like to make more of these?
Yes.
They love the idea to create a picture, a PowerPoint presentation. They just love it because they can actually see how they are typing. And a lot of them, they might have a computer at home, but their parents don't allow them to do all these things. So to them, it's amazing what they could do, and being in first grade. And also because I have special ed students, and they could even do it. And it was just, amazing for them to see that. And everything come together, like their whole work come together, and if you do it step by step, the first time is hard, but then after that, it gets easier because then they are the ones that know how to do it. Now they were themselves going ahead of us, because it's like they already knew what to do. So it's going to get easier,
Other than it gives me the satisfaction that I know I'm giving them that tool for learning, and that they can take it on to the next grade and higher.